Today I'm going back playing a free-to-play FPS game called Ironsight that was released in 2018 for the first time and on Steam in June 2019. The interesting or weird part, at least for me now here, is that I recently made a video about a new game called Steel Hunters that will be sunset or shut down already 3 months after its early access release. This was something I found out just before I decided to record and edit that video. Now I got to know that Ironsight is about to be shut down as well. Since I don't play Ironsight on a regular basis, this news hasn't reached me, although it was announced on May 8th this year. On the other hand, Ironsight is a game that has been out there for about 7 years, which isn't that bad for being a live service game. But at the same time, it's sad to see and hear that also Ironsight is also being shut down. The official service closure will happen or take place on August 6th. Ironsight is one out of few Call of Duty clone games, if you will, that have been doing pretty well. At least it has been able up till now to be up there running. Ironsight is also one of those games that still feels fun to go back to and play once more. A colorful looking FPS game with some pretty good or decent maps and gunplay and movement that does indeed remind me of the good old Call of Duty days. And I know that some has compared the feel of Ironsight with an older COD title such as Black Ops 2, and maybe that's a relevant comparison. Either way, it's old school, it's boots on the ground, it's no like super fast movement that occurs nowadays in many of the newer COD games. It's not omni movement. It's definitely something that I prefer in many ways when I think about it, and I also got that feel now when I got back to the game once more. Not sure if that gives you an incentive to actually try out Ironsight, especially now when you know it's also not going to be around for so long. But at the same time, I do think it's worth it because it's a good game. It's actually a good game. Now, when time has passed and we've seen other similar titles out there, Ironsight has been standing the test of time pretty well. With that said, we're getting into a section of this video where I would like to present to you a wireless microphone called Fifine M9. And thanks to Fifine, I can show it to you and it might be of interest. It's a good one, so check this out and I'll be back in a sec or two talking about Ironsight and its destiny. I've been sent a wireless microphone set by Fifine that is called M9. This is a good microphone for anyone out there that are looking for a smooth quality wireless microphone that also doesn't break your budget. Since the M9 microphone is very price worthy in comparison with its competitors. It's also a versatile microphone for different occasions and scenarios, in combination with either a DSLR camera, mobile phones or computers. At the moment, there's also a good offer if you follow the link that I'll provide both in the description of this video but also the comment section. The M9 microphones also gives you 30 hours work time, which is ideal if you're someone that are recording longer sessions, maybe a podcast, an interview, or maybe just like me, a commentary of some sort. I'd say the M9 is designed for streamers, gamers, and bloggers who demand studio quality audio without the hassle of cables. 2.4G wireless technology, enjoy a seamless recording experience with a strong, stable connection. The design is pretty sturdy but still flexible, so the small and compact body plays down the existence of the microphone when hanging on your shirt. Besides, it isn't too light to drop or lost without notice, or too heavy to drag your clothing down. The original sound quality is clear, which I hope you're able to hear since I've used the M9 microphone when recording this part of the video. And you're also able to change settings if you want to record in mono instead of stereo. And in addition to that, there's also a mute feature and noise cancellation feature available if you are, for example, recording in a loud environment or noisy environment. All in all, the M9 is a good wireless microphone that comes in a smooth and good looking design alongside with 30 hours recording time as mentioned and up to 50 meters transmission distance. Back to the video. So now is Ironsight also one of those games that will disappear, it's gonna be sunset, and as said, for me this was a surprise. I haven't played the game in quite some time, and some of you that are following me when it comes to my channel knows that it's fun, or at least for me, to go back and play some of the older games that also you have played, at least many of you if you are into FPS gaming, and see how they are doing. It can be a discussion in the actual comment section regarding if the game is good and if you're still playing it, what you feel about it, and so on, but also check in player count and see if there's also still updates being made regarding the game. But we know now that's not really the case when it comes to Ironsight. I think for me it's a bit of a question of playing a bit and getting some memories back when it comes to a title that I have enjoyed throughout the years, not though playing it on a regular basis. And maybe that's also the case for you. It will be great to hear in the comment section what you think about Ironsight as a game overall, especially now when we know that it's gonna end. Yes, another old school like shooter disappears from the menu, and I think that's sad, especially since we've seen how hard it is to establish live service titles nowadays and also keep up the interest on the market where the competition is hard and newer generation of players tend to jump on the newest games out there instead of maybe sticking to a few titles and grind those games. Well, I might be wrong about that one though. But Ironsight has been somewhat fortunate at least to have a core community that most likely is one of the reasons why the game has reached this far, since the game most likely hasn't been that profitable compared to before, meaning recent years. As said in the beginning of the video, the whole purpose when it comes to making the actual video kind of changed when I got to know and realized that Ironsight will be shut down. So talking about player count doesn't have the same importance now. But I'm kind of a curious guy even so I went on into the Steam charts and checked out how the game is doing. And I kind of knew it wasn't that great, of course, but the last 2 months there's only been around 70 players on average, which is of course very low numbers. And therefore understandable that they aren't able to keep it up any longer. With that said, my thoughts are mainly going to the people that have been playing this game a lot. I mean, spending time, grinding the game, maybe also spending money. Because this is the thing when it comes to live service games, you never know how it's gonna be. Is it gonna last for months, years, or whatnot? It's never a date saying that, well, it will expire in 3 years from now. So it's really, really hard to know. And that's tough for the actual consumer, meaning the player. And this is also something that has been discussed a lot lately. So I therefore once again want to mention stopkillinggames.com. Maybe you've heard about it. You can get onto their website and maybe you want to sign the petition as well. When it comes to live service games being shut down and what happens to you as a consumer, as a player, when you have invested all this time, all this money, and it just happens, right? I can understand it's not only the player that gets into a tricky situation, it's also, of course, the developers, especially if we're talking small indie developers that have put all the money invested and their time into a game and then just realize that they have to shut down. But it's a big discussion, it's a big thing. Again, my take on this, I've talked about it before, I just want to share these thoughts with you. And also now, especially since I got to know that one of those games I played back in the days, meaning Ironsight, is now also being shut down. So with that said, thanks a lot for watching. Let me hear your thoughts in the comments and I'll talk to you soon again in an upcoming video. Later.
Changing mag.